In this lesson, we'll explore creating more complex geometry using tangent arcs. First, open a new SolidWorks document, select Part, and select OK. Select the Sketch tool, and then the Line tool. The front, top, and right planes become visible. Let's select the top plane. Select the Grid Snap button and activate the grid. Click OK. Let's start by creating a horizontal line. The yellow symbol you see at the end of the Line tool indicates that the line is horizontal. If your line isn't straight, the symbol will disappear. Click, and let's create a second line at an angle to the first line. Click again. Now let's create a tangent arc. In order to activate the arc tool, drag the pencil tool over the last point. Now the line tool becomes the arc tool. You'll see a blue dashed line following the line tool. This line represents the actual geometric relationship. In order to change the direction of your arc, move the arc through the point of origin again. Okay, let's create a tangent arc at 180 degrees. To switch between an arc and a line, you can also right-click and select Switch to Arc, or right-click and switch to Line. Let's continue with our sketch. Now we see a yellow line. This line doesn't represent the geometric relationship. The yellow lines are more like a guideline. Let's continue with our sketch. This line is horizontal, as you can see. And now this point is perpendicular to this point. Click again, and let's create one more tangent arc. Let's finish this sketch. Zoom to fit. As we see, SolidWorks has added 4 tangent relationships and 2 horizontal ones. Let's now fully define our sketch using the Smart Dimension tool. Let's start by defining this line, as we learned in the first lesson. Accept. Every created dimension can be positioned in different ways, like this, or like this. Click and accept. Let's define our arcs too. Accept. Accept. Now let's devise this angle. Click on this line and this line. The Smart Dimension automatically becomes an angle dimension. We can position the angle dimension in 4 different ways: here, 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 and the bottom left. Let's position it right here. Click OK. Let's dimension this line. Our sketch is still blue. The reason being that we didn't define our sketch against the 0 coordinate point. Click on the 0 coordinate point. Click here, and let's add one more dimension. And one more dimension. Now you can see our sketch is black, which means, of course, that it's fully defined. Except, let's use the extrusion tool now, as you learned in lesson 1. Enter 20 millimeters and accept. In this lesson, we'll be exploring the extrusion tool in more detail. Let's make another extrusion on this face. Notice when I drag my mouse over a solid, SolidWorks gives me some feedback about what it thinks I'll select. So you see here's the face symbol, here's the edge symbol, and here we have a vertex symbol. Select the top face. Select Sketch from the standard toolbar. And from the Sketch toolbar, select the Circle tool. From the View toolbar, select Top. First, let's draw a concentric circle to this arc. When I touch the edge of the arc, notice how the arc becomes highlighted and the center of the arc becomes visible. Let's click on the center and draw a circle. Do the same on the other side. We're going to select the edge of the other arc. Now from the center point, we'll drag and draw another circle. Now let's connect the centers of both circles. Select the Line tool, and from the center of this circle, draw a line, and click to the center of the next circle. Okay, got your pointer back. Now right-click and choose Add Relation. Select this line and add a horizontal relation. Select this line and this one and add a parallel relation. Click Accept. Now let's select the tool Offset Entities. Okay, our property manager appears. We're going to enter 10 millimeters in this text field. Select both of the lines. The Select Chain and Bidirectional checkboxes were selected here. And that's how we got our chain selection and our bidirectional selection. Make base construction. We can also choose to cap the ends with arcs or lines. In this case, it doesn't matter, so click Accept. Now let's select the Trim tool. Select Trim to closest, and let's trim the ends of these lines. And part of the circle. Let's zoom in a little. Okay, select Trim again and trim the lines, the circle. Continue to zoom to fit and trim again. Okay, select Smart Dimension and let's dimension both of the circles. We'll accept the default value And now our sketch is fully constrained. We are now ready to extrude. Click the Extrude tool from the Feature Manager. Let's do an isometric view. And enter a value of 2 millimeters here. OK, check the Merge Results checkbox and accept the results. OK, let's make a concentric extrusion on the top of this circle. Right-click, Insert Sketch. Let's choose a top view. Select the Circle tool. Touch the edge. Now draw a circle from the center here. Now select the Extrude command. Let's enter a value of 1 millimeter here. Click Accept. And we're going to modify the circle on the right. Instead of a circle, we're going to make a concentric arc. Notice when I click on this surface, Extrude To becomes highlighted in the tree. Click on the plus sign to expand. Now on this sketch, right-click and edit your sketch. Double-click on this dimension to enter a value. OK, I've entered a value of 10, and I will click Regenerate to take a look at it. As you see here, we've got our concentric arch. Click OK and exit the sketch. OK, that concludes this lesson. In this lesson, we'll be making a sample extruded cut. Right-click on this surface, choose Insert Sketch, select the Circle tool, touch the outside edge of the circle. The center of the circle is now highlighted, and let's draw a concentric circle. Select the Smart Dimension tool and let's dimension it. Click Accept. As you noticed, the circle turned black, and it is fully defined because we drew this from the center point of the other circle. Select Features, Extruded Cut. Here we can select the origin of the cut. For this example, we'll leave the Sketch Plane option. Here we can choose the direction, and from this drop-down menu, we'll choose Through All. Click Accept. Now we have our sample hole. Because I chose Through All, now if I double-click and change the thickness of our part to 30 millimeters, accept, you can see that the hole is still there.